Welcome to the Quick Galloper YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, share and hit the notification bell.
Hoofity is in and they're off immediately. Control Aggression starts out quickly on the far side. Also showing some good dash, that's Brilliant Mind in the Oral Hayden colours in the centre of the track. Humility racing near to us with Hoofity. Army Recruit is the one right against the stand fence as they sort themselves out and spread across the course. Humility has the overall advantage on the run inside the final quarter. They've got to catch this Humility. The rider having a peep in his mirrors already. Hoofity in the green with a red cap under the stick. Also beginning to show some progress in the end. That is a Brilliant Mind, but it is out in front. Humility pulling away from this field. They're not going to catch Humility. Humility, the rider, eases down. Brake lights coming on, and Humility and Giovanni Forbes romp the first, maybe by double digits. Brilliant Mind second. Modern Monarch on the far side. Delightful One is fourth. Runaway Bay looks to be fifth.
And now they're off and racing. I Dream Again marginally misses it and is racing at the back of the field. The Teacher is in control already. Rushing down on the outside, that's Miss Marbella. The Teacher and Miss Marbella shares it. Watching them from third, that's Olivia De Hora. Then comes Mulligan Man as they go past the sixth. Then comes I Dream Again and racing at the back of the field at Star Quest. They make their way down the backstretch and head toward the 5. And it is Miss Marbella marginally in front of the Teacher, watching on the inside. These two glued together. They're about a length and a half in front of racing in third. That's Olivia De Hora. Another 2 or 3 lengths before we come to Mulligan Man. I Dream Again. And they go past D4 and still racing at the back of the field at Star Quest. They go past the 3 and the Teacher now assumes the lead. About a half a length now going on by 3/4. From racing back in second, Miss Marbella. Watching them and from third and now Ask for More. That's Olivia De Hora. Then comes I Dream Again and Mulligan Man. And still racing at the back of the field at Star Quest. They're at the top of the lane and it is the Teacher in front. But on the outside here comes still there. That's Miss Marbella coming on to Olivia De Hora. It is still the Teacher. Also Star Quest begins to find late footing. They're coming to the furlong pole. And it's the Teacher. Star Quest attacking on the inside out wide. Olivia De Hora. It's a good looking finish. And now coming on the inside. Star Quest still there. Olivia De Hora and the Teacher. It's Star Quest and the Teacher. Star Quest. The Teacher. That's too tight to call. Then comes Miss Mulligan Man and Olivia De Hora back in fourth.
They're off immediately. Almost perfect line. Code Red, though, dropping back to last early. El Capitan has been sent to that lead, leaving the 7. Medal of Gold, 3 or 4 lengths back and racing in second as they run toward the 6. Prosperity sending between horses. Sonador racing out 3 wide. The Maestro is the one in the purple on the rail as they leave the 6. A break back to School Bus Links on the outside, overtaken narrowly by Code Red. The 7 runners make their way toward the 5. They're almost there and El Capitan has made his intentions known, trying to go gate to wire with a 2-length advantage. Medal of Gold racing up, accompanied by Sonador, his constant shadow, as they're about to arrive at the half mile. The Maestro races down against the rail, overtaken now by Prosperity Sen, who is sent in chase. Code Red is toward the back, and in the red, that School Bus Links. They share last. They've left the 7/16th. They run toward the 3. El Capitan attempting to steal the show with a 5-length lead. Sonador and the Maestro now coming in pursuit. The Maestro moving into second. Sonador right there in third. The rider having a look over his shoulder. He sees Prosperity Sen and Code Red in behind him along with Medal of Gold. And last of all, School Bus Links. But the Maestro is into the lane with that lead. Sonador down against the rail in the green and white. El Capitan has cried enough and folded like a dead bird as the Maestro grabs the lead and begins to open the gap inside the final furlong. It is the Maestro in what is a runaway at this time. Inside the final 16th, the Maestro, an action-packed Ray and Lewis running away from this field. They're all been humbled by a powerful kick. The Maestro wins by double digits. Prosperity Sen is second. Sonador is third. Code Red is fourth.
Starter Michael Sims is ready. Now they're off and racing. Rushing through to get that lead on the outside. That's a Blue Sensation. So Blue Sensation is in front of Rocola, coming up against the rail. That's Design Diva. Hickory Slim is right there too. Rocola backing out of it in fourth. Just on the outside of Rocola, that's the Soul Warrior. Then comes Successful Man, and racing at the back of the field, that's Princess Catalea. They head toward the 4, and on the inside, Design Diva. Just on the outside, that's Blue Sensation. Hickory Slim watches them closed up in the third, about 3 lengths or 4 lengths before we come to the Soul Warrior recovering. Then comes Rocola, about 3 or 4 lengths to Successful Man and Princess Catalea. They're coming to the 3, and it is on that lead, and now Hickory Slim begins to show purpose, and Hickory Slim now hooks up with Blue Sensation. These are the two that's fighting for it. They're coming at the top of the lane. Hickory Slim on the outside, Blue Sensation on the inside, trying to pick them off. That's the Soul Warrior coming down the middle. Also coming out wide, Princess Catalea. It's still now, and now Blue Sensation now hits the front. Hickory Slim switch toward the inside. The Soul Warrior still taking aim on them, but it is Blue Sensation in front. Blue Sensation trying to get away from the Soul Warrior, coming with purpose. It's Blue Sensation hanging from Soul Warrior, and Blue Sensation beats the Soul Warrior. Then comes Hickory Slim. Princess Catalea back in fourth.
Thereof, Rapida, a shade slowly out. Roman Princess wants that lead as they flash past the 5. Undeclared War left a length and a piece back. Lucky Papa now beginning to make gains on them. Fort Haldane racing out wide. Never the Greys next, possibly 4.5 lengths separates that group. Rapida beginning to improve after the slow start. Body Move left second to last, and Ants Attack at the back of the field. They've left the 7/16. They run away now toward the final 3, and it is Roman Princess up on that lead. Lucky Papa and Undeclared War now moving as a team. 2 lengths behind them, Fort Haldane. Never on the outside, that's the Grey. Rapida races up next, then Body Move and Ants Attack at the back. Roman Princess brings them into the lane. Undeclared War is the one on the rail. Lucky Papa now set alight on the outside of horses as they race inside the final 3/16. And now a Lucky Papa looks to have the nose in front. Roman Princess trying to fight on. Undeclared War in between horses, but they race toward the final 16th. And out in front, Roman Princess now kicks once again. It is Roman Princess in control at this stage. Roman Princess goes on to win it. A double for Anderson. Lucky Papa may just be second over Never, then Rapida and Undeclared War.
Starter button in hand, ready for a start. They're off and racing. Dodge This Link and Money Must are the 2 slowest starters. Rushing down on the outside, John P. wants that lead. A turn on the light attached to the inside. Then comes Wilson, just beside Wilson. That's a big argument. Newland Links follows. Sure de Jour. Then comes Sneaky Joe. Back there too, that's Victoria's Medallion, now overtaken by Charming Sound. Dodges Link recovering after that break. Boosie coming on too. Then comes Bernard the Quick, and racing at the back of the field, that's Money Must as they go toward the 3, and it is on that lead, John P. John P in front of Big Argument. Turn on the light right against the rail, right there too, and coming on, that's Newland Links there at the top of the lane, and it is John P still in front, hustled up and asked for more. That's Turn on the Light coming out wide, Big Argument also coming on, Newland Links right against the rail. Sneaky Joe is beginning to come forward too, but now Turn on the Light is switched on, and Turn on the Light goes away, goes on to in front. Here comes on the inside, that's Sneaky Joe. Turn on the Light hanging tough from Sneaky Joe. Turn on the Light still in front. Sneaky Joe determining against the rail. Turn on the Light, driven for all his word, and Turn on the Light turns back Sneaky Joe. Then comes a Newland Links. Wilson comes next, followed through by John P. back in 5th.
This is the 33rd running of the Thornbird Stakes, field in line. 7 furlongs. They're off. Giving Thanks a shade slowly out with 1 Ianza Lynx, as Tailor Made as expected goes for that lead. Dreamcatcher on the outside. Toward the outside, Another Wow now getting closer all the while. Victorious Lynx joins the group, and they're in a tight clump as they head toward the 5. 2 lengths in behind that group, Alexi Lou races ahead of Giving Thanks. Midnight Traveller making mild progress on the outside, and 1 Ianza Lynx is last. The Thornbird Stakes field head toward the half mile. They're almost there, and Tailor Made continues to lead. Another Wow now pressing home an attack. A neck separates them. Victorious Lynx is moving down into 3rd. In behind those, that's Dreamcatcher. Lexidou as they're stringing out. Giving Thanks is ahead of Midnight Traveller. And last of all, it's a 1 Ianza Lynx as they flash past the 3 and make their way toward the top of the lane. And Tailor Made continues to lead them up. Another Wow making gains and now begins to throw down a challenge. In behind them, Victorious Lynx and Dreamcatcher put to the stick on the outside. But can they catch the great Tailor Made, continuing to hang on to that lead, clinging on to it now. Another Wow begins the challenge. Dreamcatcher on the outside. These 3 abreast as they race toward the last furlong. Another Wow in the center, and Dreamcatcher now sticks the nose in front. Another Wow is battling on in the white nose band. These 2 now separate themselves from the rest. It is a Dreamcatcher and terrific Tevin Foster. This is the 33rd running of the Thornbird Stakes. Dreamcatcher and Tevin Foster take it, easing down in the end. Another Wow is second. Lexi Lou is next. Could be Tailor Made over Giving Thanks. Victorious Lynx is back in 5th.
Often racing. I am Fred breaking smartly in the middle. Also Quaco. Quaco is early, indestructible right beside him. Then comes tacking across to the middle of the track. That is Emperor of the Cats. So Emperor of the Cats joining up with the First Offense over on the far side, a press conference, and furthest of them all, that's James and Laban. They're spread right across the track. Indestructible and Emperor of the Cats matching stride. Just behind them, and Ask for More, that's First Offense. Right there too, that's Kemp. But this race continues up front as they come with just about a furlong and a half to travel. Indestructible and Emperor of the Cats, Indestructible, looks to be gaining the better. It's Indestructible. Emperor of the Cat still chasing. Uncaptured Empress comes running on. It's Indestructible in front, but not by far. Indestructible now begins to go away from Emperor of the Cats, who have no answers. Indestructible. 3 for the Sneaky Fox Rally Showman. Emperor of the Cats is second. Then comes Uncaptured Empress. Kem is next. And maybe back in 5th. That's press conference.
Nine furlongs, 25 yards. Starter ready. They're off. Don Quesi, as expected, blasts away for that lead. Wicked Cassie on the rail in the green silks. Out wide, that's American Aviator and Main Mistress as they go running past the mile and into that clubhouse. Stern American Aviator goes on. Main Mistress on the outside narrowly. Over Don Quesi racing there in 3rd. Rainsville moving down, that's the grey in 4th. Wicked Cassie comes next. Mark My Identity and Divine Force in behind. Cookie Day and Night and Crown Chaser team up in behind. Wizkid is next, and the gap opens up to Share Delight. And at the back of the field, it's Captain Sparrow as they've taken to the back stretch and run past the 6. American Aviator attempting to steal it. Opens up a double-digit lead. being chased by Rainsville the Grey. Main Mistress settled in second. Don Quizzy is back there now in fourth spot. Wicked Cassie races up next. Crown Chaser making ground with Mark My Identity. Then Divine Force as they leave the 5. A break back to Cookie Day and Night. Whiz-Kid, Sheer Delight. With a lot to find, that's Captain Sparrow as the field arrive at the half mile. Out in front, American Aviator continues to hold a huge lead. Rainsville chasing, Main Mistress and Don Quezzy are next. Crown Chaser is there. Wicked Cassie has faded. Mark My Identity just in behind them with Divine Force now asked to go. So to Sheer Delight, they leave the 3. Cookie Day and Night is next. Then Whiz-Kid and Captain Sparrow continues to run at the back. They've left the 5/16. They're coming into the top of the lane. American Aviator attempting to go all the way in the Royal Dad. Here is Don Quezzy under a smart ride now on the outside, kicking in, and Don Quezzy joins American Aviator, but only for a brief moment. And now Don Quezzy kicks and holds that lead. American Aviator now beginning to scramble in between horses. Cookie Day and Night running on with Mark My Identity, but it is Don Quezzy, a good ride inside the final yardage. Don Quezzy and Demar Williams will win the Royal Dad Trophy by maybe 6 over Mark My Identity, Cookie Day and Night, Divine Force close between Sheer Delight and Wicked Cassie for 5th.
Starter Michael Sims is ready, and now they're off and racing. London Spirit steps a bit slow and is racing at the back of the field as they make their way down the back stretch, and it is Salute the Don in front of We Jammin'. Fernando out wide, just on the outside of Doe, that's Fidelity. Right on the inside, that's Darwin. Also in the mix, that is So Lucky Am I. Just behind So Lucky Am I, that's Fidelity. Then comes Dash All Day. Right on the, then comes Darwin. Stardom comes next. A gap before we come to Red 32, God's Plan, and racing still at the back of the field. That's London Spirit. They head toward the 3, and it's on that lead. Salute the Don, tackled all the while by Wijamin. These two are about 3 lengths in front of Fernando and hard at work. That's Bigger Boss. They're coming at the top of the lane, and these two glued together. Salute the Don and Wijamin now looks to take a slim lead from Salute the Don. Fernando left back against the rail. Bigger Boss and Dash All Day comes running on late, but this Wijamin not messing around in the Prince Consort Stakes. Wijamin begins to stretch away from these, and Wijamin is pulling and pulling clear. Still they're fighting on for second. That's Salute the Don. Wijamin, Omar Walker, and Peter John Prasad landing the Prince Consort. Cut tight for second. Either Dash All Day or Salute the Don. Then comes Bigger Boss, even tighter for 5th.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.